Who do you think our home opener is? That is not correct. The question is simple. Who would you put on your naughty and nice list in here?
Joe Burrow.
Who does Texas play on Saturday?
I'm sorry, I don't know who that team is.
University of Texas. We're just going to cut it there.
Last time I was 5'2", I was in first grade.
Who do you think needs this Old Spice Total Body Spray the most in here?
Does it work?
Oh, all right. Wait, hold on 1 second.
We'll just cut it off there.
Wait.
They play Michigan.
We don't speak that name. Roll Tide. Roll Tide.
The Dolphins.
That's not correct. We played him on the road. If Santa came to you like during battles on your nice list, you gonna look him in his eyes and be like, yeah, he is. Well, Santa, you heard it here first, man.
First of all, that's the tiniest mic in the history of mics. I know it's small, but in your hands it looks extremely little. When you walking over to these dudes in the locker room, man, are they like, oh man, here come Orlando again?
Yeah. Yeah, they are a lot of the times, man. They don't know what I'm going to pull out. But, I think it gives everybody the opportunity to get to know my teammates for who they really are.
Well, I think the big thing is this, though, man. Not only can you do that as a reporter, what you've done on the field has been absolutely amazing. There are very few offensive linemen in the league as versatile as Orlando Brown Jr. Since entering the NFL in 2018, he's one of 3 players with 2,000 snaps at left and right tackle. This man went from defending Lamar Jackson's right to Patrick Mahomes' left, currently keeping Joe Burrow free to lead the league in passing. So here's what we want to know, bro, right? So you've done all that. We've been talking about Orlando Brown, Joe Burrow, Lamar Jackson, Patrick Mahomes. He protects them all. I want to talk about who you're protecting them from.
Yeah.
Give me your top 5 toughest blocks.
Yeah. Well, saying that, I guess defense end is the easiest position in football. So these guys, I guess, are the best at it.
Taking shots?
But shooting you straight, though, man. These are some of the best guys, man. I hate to have to rank them. I'm going to try to move my dog here. Melvin Ingram, truly one of the more special athletes that I played during my time since I've been in the pros.
Melvin Ingram, that's a sneaky one, though.
Oh, yeah, for sure. A lot of people wouldn't think that, man, but you got to respect him, man. He was a dog. I put my man Nick Bosa in here as well. He's still tough to play. He's an elite athlete. He's got very unique moves. He has such a...
He has masterful quads as well. Yeah. I watched him warm up for a game. I was nervous.
Yes. And he does play with a lot of strength, play power as well. I got a lot of respect for his game, man. And I got to put my man T.J. Watt in here.
Wait, slide it over. Wait, get Bosa back up there.
Get Bosa back up here. All right.
I feel like that's a little low for T.J. Watt, Orlando. There's a lot of AFC North hate in that right there.
And I'm going to be honest, man. Having to rank these dudes sucks because all of these dudes, you could argue number one for all of them. But as everybody knows with T.J., man, he's impossible to keep off the stat sheet. There's been times that I played him. I thought I did a good job in pass protection. He's got 2 tackles for loss on me, man.
T.J., just know this. He ranked you 3rd, T.J. You see him 2 times.
Coming from a Steelers fan, that's crazy. I put my man at 2. When y'all see who number 1 is, it might make a little bit more sense. But, this guy's an alien. He is the best defensive end of, I think, our generation. But he isn't the best one I've played necessarily because the guy that I'm going to put at 1, I think a lot of people would respect.
He might be a first ballot Hall of Famer.
Yeah, he might be a first ballot Hall of Famer. So you can argue it, man. This guy still is defensive player of the year right here. But, man, JJ, let's just say he caught me as a young buck and gave me some issues.
You know what I love about this, though, Orlando, man? It's like you came here, and they did a very good job of never showing you give up a sack. And they were actually going to do this, and I said no, but then they still showed it. J.J. Watt there.
Real, though. That's real.
J.J. Watt there beating you for a sack. What was it about J.J. that made him so talented and so good, though?
Man, of all the people I've played in my life, my football career, he is the one person I played that I had perfect technique. I was square. I punched on time, and he still beat me. It's not many people that can say that, man. I think a lot more oftentimes I beat myself, you know what I mean, than anybody else has beat me.
Well, along with Aaron Donald in this era, J.J. Watt is the gold standard for what we've seen from a defensive lineman and from their position. Orlando has blocked for some of the best quarterbacks in the NFL. Well, guess what, y'all? In college, he played with some studs as well. Baker Mayfield, and we uncovered a throwback interview of these guys with our very own captain, Laura Rutledge.
All right, Baker Mayfield, Orlando Brown here, and Orlando really brought it with his outfit today. Baker, can you just break down what we have going on here?
So we have a nice plaid shirt from off the mannequin at H&M. We have an orange sweater that he got in Stillwater, Oklahoma.
Uh-oh.
We got a foxtail that we ordered on Amazon.com. He got delivered the next day. Oh, eBay. Okay.
eBay.
Delivered the next day. It's pretty fake, not a real fox. And we got some polo jeans, and then we got some shoes that we got at JCPenney's.
Pennies. Okay,
Nordstrom Rack,
Orlando, after your boy did you like that, what do you have to say about his outfit?
Team issue. That's it. That's all I got. Team issue. Team issue gear. That's all I got.
Well, shoot, everybody knows in college, before they had NIL, you had team issue gear. So I don't really like what Orlando is implying there. This is what I want to know. Is the fox still fake?
No, it's real now. It's real now. No, I'm lying, man. This is fake, man. I get these for $4 off eBay. I've been wearing them for, man, obviously that's college, 2017. I've been wearing them since 2014.
I tell you what, man,
it's fresh.
To block for some of those quarterbacks in college and then to have the NFL career that you've had, you've played with some excellent players. And Baker Mayfield is continuing to show how special he is. He's coming off of a career year. Baker Mayfield had over 40 touchdowns and completed 70% of his passes. He's the only other quarterbacks in NFL history to do this were Drew Brees in 2011, Aaron Rodgers in 2020, and Joey B this year. You know, you look at Baker Mayfield, and he was a guy that was bouncing around trying to find the home. You could see the talent. We saw it one year in Cleveland. He goes to the Rams. He has this amazing night on 2 days' notice. But what do you think led to his resurgence in Tampa Bay?
Yeah, I mean, just keeping it real, as you know, you played in this league a long time. A lot of things about this league are circumstantial, and it's where you are, how are you appreciated, how are you treated, and I think Tampa Bay is a perfect fit for him, man. He's allowed to come in that building every day and be himself, and he's somebody that you want to build your team around. You know he's got incredible moxie, he's got a lot of attitude, a lot of swagger, and he does all the little things, and he works his tail off every single day, man. I think Tampa Bay is just the perfect fit for him, and they allow him to be himself.
What an offense this was last year as well. You think back, obviously Baker's play is probably the #1 driving force that led to this 10-7 finish last year, 6-1 in their last 7 games. But I think back to like maybe what made that offense a little bit different than some of the others around the NFL is probably the most balanced and perhaps balanced and explosive in the league. They were the only team last year to rank in the top 5 in both passing offense and rushing offense. We all know about the pass catchers, Mike Evans leading the way there, but Bucky Irving and what he did in the second half of last season, he's the rare small running back that runs big, right? The guy who's just as comfortable playing between the tackles as he is those perimeter runs where there's usually a bit more room to work with. This offense they just basically said every single week, if we do what we do well, very few defenses are equipped to slow us both through the air and on the ground.
Yeah, Baker's knocking on the door of the elite. To give you a little tease here, every summer I rank the top 10 players at each position through execs and coaches and scouts. I do like a composite ranking. Baker Mayfield equipped himself very well, probably better than most would think. 73 touchdowns the last 2 years. Only quarterbacks with more, Lamar Jackson, Josh Allen. That is serious company. So right now the Bucs in training camp or in minicamp and OTAs, they really work more on like situational football, ball distribution, footwork, some of the basics, because he's already come a long way, but he might distribute the ball more evenly more than ever because they feel like they got the best depth in the receiver room that they've had since he's been there.
Yeah, Mike Evans said recently this is the most talented receiver room he's ever been a part of.
Yeah.
And I talked to Levante David this offseason, and I asked him about Baker Mayfield, the person, the way he works, the way he makes everyone in that locker room feel important, and also the toughness that he plays with. We might have made a couple of jokes about him running over Bobby Wagner as well. But when you look at Baker Mayfield, I always say that the highest compliment you can give a quarterback is that he's a football player. Baker Mayfield is a football player, and now we're starting to see some of the things we saw at Oklahoma with the way that he played the game, the talent, the arm strength. Those things are coming to fruition in Tampa Bay. And now, listen, Orlando, guys, he had an impressive list of quarterbacks, and it's going to continue right now. We're going to get to another Heisman winner in Kyler Murray. And Kyler Murray said this week that the Cardinals, quote, have to be better on off-schedule plays because obviously I have the ability to make and extend plays, and we have the guys to go do it off-schedule. So I believe that's an area we got to be better at. All right, thankfully for Kyler, guys, he's already good at this. Since returning from that ACL injury in 2023, Murray has over 500 scramble yards for an average of 9.2 yards per carry. And Murray actually has 200 more scramble yards than designed rushing yards since then on basically the same amount of plays. Talk about Kyler's skill set and how it makes him perfectly fit for some of these off-schedule things that he's talking about.
Yeah, I think the irony in it is just his ability to also play with great anticipation when he needs to. He's got an extremely unique skill set. I always joke about him being able to throw a cotton ball on a roof. I mean, that context is for real when we're talking about his ability, what he can do with a football. And so I think for their offense to I guess, progress and continue to evolve, as he mentioned, being able to get these guys on the same page with the scramble drill, all of that different stuff, but those things take time.
Jeremy, I remember a few years ago, Kyler Murray and the Arizona Cardinals started hot, and it felt like he was going to be in MVP conversations going forward. What have you heard about his offseason and the way that he's approaching getting better?
Yeah, I'm glad you brought that up because the Cardinals coaches actually went back to some of that tape, and they saw DeAndre Hopkins was so good at those off-scripted plays with Kyler Murray. They got so many additional yards when things would break down. And they felt like over the last year or two, Kyler's gotten much better at the scripted on-time stuff. So they figure if they can keep doing that and build the non-scripted plays, they're going to really take a bit of a jump. They felt like they left yards on the table last year. You had Marvin Harrison Jr. coming into his own his rookie year. A little disappointing by a yard standpoint, but they were very happy with him. They feel like he's going to make the jump. He's added size. He'll help him with those jump balls on those type of plays. But I was told in practice and OTA's minicamp, sometimes Kyler would just roll out just for that very purpose of like, let's just create something here, even if we might have had a play on time and see what guys can do and if they can find the right spots on the field.